another quake. What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
Material. That will make a great headline. Fascinating. Our readers will be outraged. Front page material.
Crypt. This must be where Shira Clarwin is buried.
What's on your mind?
Even the venerable Harpers are compromised by the Absolute's poison. I question the wisdom of that decision, but I'll be here in the mean.
Here lies Sister Shira Clarwin. Date of birth unknown.
This is what we get for putting our faith in a network of spies, I suppose. Darling, lead on.
The monk's spirit should be here when I open Shira's tomb.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Here lies Raloric Windbane, born 1399 DR, died 1486 DR.
Thou shalt return to me. Thou shalt have my blessing. Oh, no. This cannot, must not, shall not be. You must open her tomb in the open-hand temple post-haste. She may bless us, even beyond the veil.
You recognize the symbol. It belongs to those sworn to Lathander, god of dawn and renewal. Whatever madness this
I should
spirit
retrieve the
suffers
amulet.
was inflicted
The
by
monk's spirit should
Lathander's
be here when I
enemies,
open Shira's
followers
tomb.
of Shah. And this madness may flow into you. Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you, but that doesn't mean he won't. You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
What have we here?
Here lies Sister Shira Clarwin, date of birth unknown, died 1491 DR.
Ah, Shira Clarwin. Time to reunite you with your dear old granddad.
Darling Shira, faithful to the crying god, long didst I wait, only to find thine empty flesh. Gone, thou might be, alas. Oh, honored Shira, her spirit hath fled, and her body but merely a husk. Swear I did to shed this foul mania and bestow it upon Shira. She was to endure, to suffer, as was her god Ilmata's wont. Who now shall bear the madness Shah has wrought on me, so I might no longer suffer? Oh, shall it be thou?
The monk himself holds your answer. Tasha's hideous laughter is a powerful skill, but earning it may come at the cost of wisdom.
Well, if laugh I must, let our alliance end on a lark.
Heating up.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Eternally cast then, my spirit be. No. Morning Lord, I call to thee, lend your forbearance. No.
I hate it had to end like this. A torturous fate by any measure.
Yes?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients and... I brought my own...
So Baal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food. Good. Exactly. The last time I fought doppelganger... But Orin... He's more predator than politician, I think.
You smell.
She simply wants to make us feel... Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon.
Despite her expectant gaze, the name means nothing to you.
Street whalers spin stories from the time of troubles. And they save the strangest ones for Minsk. It happens that in his case, most of them are true. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
What's on your mind?
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Balduran? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle.
Come to bar.
Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me.
I can't believe...
It was Steve. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What? Not a tragedy. My father was To exert control, he must first... These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. As would I. I was 7. That's when the
cult of the dragon. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures, each atop each. There is a as the maelstrom howled.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. And I said yes. I had Mazura at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hands that day. I burned with the fires of Avernus, and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. I understand.
My time is yours. What do you need?
Oakfather preserve you. What would you like to know? Anytime.
I brought my own pairing.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. But look, we've just about made it to the city. That'll do me. Let's go protect it. Whatever happens after that is between me and the so-called gods. With this heat going, I can't spare the energy to think. I just want to enjoy whatever's left of this life of mine. Anyway, it could be worse. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, with who I'm meant to be with. How many people can say that? What's on your mind?
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. You are correct. I should be. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. Not love, no. What I had with Belen Stelmane was much more than that. It was unique. At least, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you. In a way, but not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it will help. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
A crypt. This must be where Shira Clawin is buried.
Clown Man is dead. Oh well. Want a treato? I found it by the Clown Man's tent. Fought a rat for it and everything's. It's a one-of-a-kind hand with artisanal bite marks. It's worth lots. Mama Lucretia says we family. Suppose that means Dribbles was too. Yeah. But don't tell nobodies I gave it to you for free. Got to protect my reputation as a tough business lord. Get your shinies and treacles!
Hello again, my vicious little warrior. Any luck finding Dribbles? Oh dear. Dribbles' flesh is near torn asunder. Poor thing was most certainly alive when he was hacked up. Well, that just means this treasure hunt is all the more challenging. Toddle on, darling. There's more of Dribbles to find.
Tells good things!
Oh, darling, don't forget that Dragonborn's order. It's due shortly.
Come on, open up.
Jugs and magics for sale! Mostly bloodstain free!
Alvin Muffle Fieldwick gave his fortune to the poor, died in the arms of friends. He will be missed. Geshan Kirkaros built the Open Hand Temple, gave all in his name. We honor their life and legacy. Alvin Muffle Fieldwick gave his fortune to the poor, died in the arms of friends. He will be missed.
Zog said to leave, so we're leaving. End of story.
They can get away with whatever they like.
Never thought I'd feel sorry for a flock of pigeons.
Worst that could happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
You're such a scaredy cat.
That'll make a great headline.
Mate, it's your birthday. You deserve to cut loose.
The librarian does this thing with her way on all fours and...
Like what? I don't know.
My good man.
I'll know it when I see
Every substance has been tried and tested by
If
any of us would be so wonderful.
Imagine seeing a rock to power up for the first time. My heart flutters at the thought.
You told me the armor was a...
Hells, not this again.
Is resisting its orders. Without all three stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Ordination is what? Lord Gortash is becoming Archduke. All the peers came to pay regards. Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Valyria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
How about we settle on the Gondians and...
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison-bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course, of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Invitation from Gortash.
Expecting you.
We shouldn't have any more trouble from the
Please
guards.
make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make...
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worms Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
I'm not sure I believe her. But does it really matter?
Meaning?
Meaning that in the games of generals and dukes, we're not even pawns, just dust on the board. What happens next?
Sorry, these dukes are working me to the bone.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh.
You're not the master. Just as well.
Ravengard's a hero.
Chamber.
Precious hero liberated them from one hell and trapped them in another. Your mouth, Ravengard is a legend. Ravengard is a charlatan, like every last patriarch of this rich city.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
The tiefling is letting her passions get the better of her. The situation is delicate. Do not be swept up in her emotions.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects? You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun.
This isn't going to end well. Mark my words.
I understand your concerns, my old friend. But allow me to demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
He looks the exact same as he did 10 years ago. Fancy a coat, I suppose. The Archduke of Baldur's Gate. What a sham. You don't really intend to be his ally, do you? Fair enough. Now that he's within reach, I don't intend to let him slip away.
Greetings, citizen. I trust you are enjoying the city.
Archduke Gortash. Now there's a man who knows good business.
You would give up the Fist's command?
I trust the request was denied. We need to look at our own defenses
Gortash
until
is uniquely qualified for the endeavor. Under Gortash, the two will conquer the cult army and preserve our city and our heritage.
Soldier?
This area is restricted under orders of Lord Enver Gortash. Intruders are subject to deadly force.
I'll have to inquire with Cook Darley about... Oh, nice, Kay. Why must you make everything such a bother?
Ravengard is a charlatan, like every last patriarch of this rich city.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree. And to think, the drama's just started. You see, Gortash has had Will's father relocated. To his death, the way I hear it. Such a shame. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there? I know enough. Let's talk to Will in your camp. Work something out. The Duke's life depends on it.
Pink Clary it is.
Something's not right about those steel watchers. I'm telling you.
Nah, they're harmless. Except nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
They will be imprisoned.
You've been seeing that for ages, and we're still here.
This is the armory, not a bloody open house. Fists only. Now clear off.
Look into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others.
I spoke to a witness who says...
Are they going to arrest us?
Truly
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Friend means to say is that the witness must...
The friend.
We'll tell them.
Who do you think you are? Eh? You can't... You've got no business being in here, so just clear off.
Next, we identify all enemies within our wall.
She is fresh out of
They will be imprisoned.
Just be patient.
Uncle, stop stomping around. Who needs them when you've got flaming fist?
The house was on fire. We were rescued.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the fire started.
Are they going to arrest
How
us?
many they make?
What if they throw us in jail?
Replace the fist.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Oh, I can't bear it glaze that pig's the art. He wasn't even hurt.
Don't like it.
You're not being paid to like it. If I were you, I'd focus on my own job and leave the steel watchers to theirs.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. Your words are enough to resolve the matter. Still, you need to leave. Should you attempt such a feat again, you...
Best behaviour around here. Understood?
Don't cause any trouble, all right? It's not worth it.
By order of Lord Gortash, all livestock admitted to the city must be surrendered. All livestock is now property of the Ducal Council for the duration of the ongoing emergency. Failure to comply will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
You having a chuffing laugh?
We lost most of our herd to wolves on the way here. We've got almost nothing left, and you want to take that from us?
I've had enough of this. I've got a good mind to...
Problem, citizen?
Forget I said anything. All right. You must agree, this is ludicrous. How are we meant to survive without our livelihoods?
You know the phone again, Estra. I told you you should have had it pictures.
Eyes front and keep your nose clean, newcomer. A noose and a short drop is how we deal with troublemakers. By then, it will be too late. I can't help the dead, but I can warn the living. Stay the path and obey the law, and you have nothing to fear.
No, dear reader. I'm afraid one of my columns is not in the latest issue. Print issues limiting space, according to our esteemed editor.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a Gazette? I don't know how. I'm only 6. Deal! Ha! Tricked you! Enjoyed the read, sucker! Sorry for pulling the wool over your eyes. Want another paper?
Sorry. Been on the road for more than a 10-day.
Thank helm we made such good time. The army of the Absolute at your back certainly encourages a brisk pace.
Not hesitate. Warning you. Strike you down on the list.
Heed my word. The flaming fists are coming for you.
Putting it to bed.
We've got almost nothing left. And you want to take that from us?
Only way to raise a day.
You've been caught in the act. So much for the perfect crime. What was taken is free to be The citizen is unconscious and won't be.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
You won't feel it.
Not a thing. Don't hold back.
Brace yourself. What? It's not good to bottle things up.
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not? Then move. Let someone else have a go.
Interfering with the flaming poverty. I didn't see her will be dealt with swiftly and hard. She's no thief. Stay back. Stay calm. Warning you. I was on the list.